Conferences like this are very, very important because we have to be able to start planning for the future. As was said today, I heard from Dr. Adema and also from Jimmy Pajour, that we must think about the future, not just today. And so conferences like this are putting us in a position where we can actually see the future, not from where we are right now, but from where we want to be. And so if we make a plan for that future, we can pull ourselves there and get there faster.
If I was going to rate it over 10, I'll give it a solid 8. I think, especially as it relates to millennials and people that are upcoming in the workplace, in the work industry, workplace generally, it's eye-opening. A lot of people come into the workplace and have this mentality about the employer doing something for me. The employer owes me, And I think one of the things that has come out of this edition of the conference is how you're your own CEO, you're the one that makes out the rules of your own life. You can't sit around waiting for any employer to do anything for you.
I must admit, first and foremost, Vantage Consulting has demonstrated great competence, great capabilities in driving the conversations around having safe, workable, and functional workplace, I would say.
You can't give what you don't have. And how do you have? You gather. These are perfect avenues to gather. Typically at trainings, you have one speaker, max 2. But at conferences like this, you have series of speakers with different ideas, different viewpoints on the same topic. It helps you acquire a lot of information, filter it through, and pick the ones that are applicable for what you do.
These kind of conversations, we need to keep having them. So Vantage Consulting is doing a fantastic job. I mean, this is about the workplace. Employers and employees, entrepreneurs and their staff, they need to have these kind of continuous conversations because there seems to be like a gap, with the expectations, and somewhere we need to come and meet together. These kind of programs, they keep the conversation going. They keep the communication, alive. And, with better communication, there are better relationships.
I believe that trainings and conferences and seminars like this will help you to understand what is required in the workplace so that you even know the things that you need to work on, the areas that you need to work on and improve on. So it may not necessarily be that, I didn't get to know about the workplace from university. Now that you're out of the university, what are you doing? When you come for conferences like this, you get to know the expectations of employers. You get to know what hiring managers are looking for. Then you can take the feedback and go and revamp yourself and come back, and then you will get a job.
There seems to be a space for this from a capacity building perspective. HR people, employees, they're not going to learn everything on the job. Though learning on the job is still about 70%, but the 10% is part of what this is about. And I was saying that just before yesterday, somebody was saying to me that there seems to be a kind of gap with the HR people understanding the strategic part of things. Right, everybody's just involved in the operations and the admin and all that. But for conferences like this, it just opens your mind to understand more things around human resources and the place of work from a strategic perspective.
I appreciate the fact that at least many of us are now beginning to consider the need for us to work on the workforce to become better. We can't just depend on the formal educational sectors. Quite a number of people that come into the industry of training because it's easy come. I mean, you can easily become a trainer. So when the experts and the professionals begin to take on the responsibility of really doing the work from the various perspectives, soft skills, hard skills, psychological aspect and all, I think it's really going to go a long way in improving the quality of the workforce that we have. So they've done very well. They have invested a lot of time, energy, sweat into putting this together, and I'm super convinced that this is the beginning of the best of this conference that they're going to hold. So well done.